Record. You're good.
Anyways, hi everybody, I'm Treble, and this is One Heartbeat, and first off, thank you guys so much for coming out and entertaining us this morning. Totally enjoyed the show, absolutely loved it. Every time I've seen you, I've only had the opportunity to see you once before at People's Imports, but definitely want to be heading out to see you again. And I guess we're going to start with the new kid, and then we can work down here. The new kid on the block, and I just found that out. So anyways, introduce yourselves, please.
The new kid on the block is going to introduce. I'd like to start with Black Man Clay. Right there.
Yeah.
Because he is our spiritual leader, our musical leader, and just a wonderful person that has done so much for the whole society here in Tucson over the years and years and years and years. This man goes out and feeds the hungry. Okay, he feeds the starving and the hungry and the cold all the time. So we do a lot of things to give back to the society. And we have a band, and it's called the One Heartbeat Band, featuring Black Man Clay. And it is predominantly a percussion band, jam band. Got sax mixed in there, Mr. TK Horn right over here. Yeah. We got horns, we got different things mixed in all the time. We welcome anybody to come and jam with us anytime at all. And so now I'd like to introduce John Holiday, who also started many years ago with Black Man Clay.
Yeah.
And he's written songs, and we just keep on keeping the beat going on with John Holiday, so I'm going to turn it over to him right now. Thank you, Miss Trouble.
One more, Miss. You're missing somebody.
Miss Terry?
Yes, Miss Terry. And you didn't even tell us who you were other than the new kid on the block.
Well, I'm from Jersey, so we don't talk about these things. What do you think I'm doing out here? This is not live, is it? I'm just kidding. Miss Terry is helping us and has joined the band in the last year, drums very well, and helps put the whole thing together and keeps our whole society going. And it is a small society within a society. And we just try to help a lot of people and do a lot of good things. Terry, you want to say something?
Oh. It's not like putting me on the spot here. Hello. No, it's been a great time, and it's been a lot of fun and great friends, and they become family. So that's how I feel. I feel very strongly about these people, and they're wonderful. And here's Papa Bear. Anyway, here's John.
I met Clay about 30 years ago. I've been jamming with him for, I met TK at least 20 years ago, I think. And we've been jamming for a long time, and we've been around Tucson. We've done, Clay and I have done almost every school in Tucson, you know. And, we've been to Kid Co. And his daughters were working at Kid Co, so we got a super reception that time. But I call him the people's champion, because he's always looking out for people, and he's just that's the kind of person he is. And the whole vibe of One Heartbeat, we do accept anybody to play with us. You know, we got all colors, all kinds. It doesn't matter, you know where you come from, what you look like. You're in. As long as once you play, it's hard.
You got the beat, you're in.
It's easy to get in, but it's harder to get out.
One race, the human race.
And here's Mr. Black Man Clay.
Definitely.
Clay.
Give him the mic.
Well, it all came through a dream and a pact that I made with my Supreme One, that if he got me out of Vietnam, I'll be a good child for the rest of my life. So I was glad to spend my time in Nam, running from rockets. Had about 118 rocket attacks I went through, and it was frightening to me, real bad. It's frightened a lot of other people too. Everybody that went to Nam lost something. Either their wife went nuts. That's what happened to me too. My wife couldn't handle it. But I got back from Vietnam, was able to retire out of the Air Force. So from that hell, I became more peaceful man. It took me a year to have the transformation from Tech Sergeant Clarence Adams, United States Air Force retired, to Black Man Clay. Black Man Clay was this character with a long beard, far-away look in his eyes. All my comrades said that was the Vietnam syndrome. That's what happened to him, drove him nuts. So I'm glad to be nuts. Singing about true love, communication, everything. So my life is a book, really. And
Universe.
yeah, tripping through the universe. A lot of the different songs that have come into my head. I said there was all dreamed. There's 7 principles. It's out there on Facebook. And that's about all I got to say. Here's my good friend TK has taught me so much about the saxophone.
Right.
Well, you know, I've known these people for probably a short side of 30 years, but at least 20 years, and at this point in my life, who really is counting, you know? It all seems like it's for here to eternity and back. Basically in regards to One Heartbeat being a community group, that's the general essence and backbone of how and what we do. It's not so much, we're not trying to fight for the charts, or we're not trying to, you know, get first bidding in major and or milestone establishments here in Tucson. Our purpose is not for capitalistic gain. Our purpose is to enlighten the universe. And generally speaking, the way it is, if I might anyway, being I'm a horn player and not a drum head beater, we know those drum head beaters, don't we?
There's only one of you. There's more of them.
Well, I know, but you know, some people have thought that I'm kind of like the fire hydrant you stub into your toe when you wake up in the dark night, you know. But despite being a horn player, I just can only hope that I've tried to, I would say establish a precedent, but in regards to playing my horn as a percussion instrument, as well as a melody instrument, and for the most part, it's like there needs to be a synthesis of the universe of music, and that, like, I bring an element or a component into the group of, I would say, being their voice, but I don't want to be their voice. I want to be I'm part of their choir. And what that means is that a lot of times I have to take what they're playing and interpret it in a sax manner. Sax manner.
You're doing well. You're doing well.
And you know, as I'll say again, you can never get enough good sax. Because once you have bad sax, you ain't never going to be the same. But when you have good sax, you're always going back for more. And as far as One Heartbeat is concerned,
Take a turn south somewhere.
Get the hook.
hey, I get curly toes. I know the difference. And so does everybody else. That's the essence of One Heartbeat, is to give everybody the experience, curly toes or not. But we can't do it, what we do, without getting people swept along with us. And that's what it's all about, is getting people involved in regards to the community and ourselves. When they feel the magic that's coming out from how we are expressing ourselves, we can't lose them. We just keep on, you know, they get caught up in the undertow, and or myself likewise. That's also why I want to, not upstage, but why I also play percussion myself. But all things being said, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, if you're going to have good sax, don't do it and drive.
That's big.
Yes, it is. And you definitely do sweep everybody up once they start playing. Anybody who's been watching, you definitely know that once you guys start playing, it doesn't really matter what kind of music you're used to. You get swept up in the beat, and it totally takes you away, and it just flows through you, and you guys really, even with the new kid and so on, you know, you gel and you totally feel it. So
You got curly toes too, didn't you?
I totally got curly toes.
Oh, yeah.
I will not lie. Now we're going to start the fun part. We're going to be plugging any upcoming appearances or anything you guys want to promote before I start talking about the wonderful River's Edge, which puts up with me every week. So, who wants to? Yes, the People's Imports. Okay, hold on.
Hold on. All right.
Yeah, New Year's Eve over there at the People's Imports, down in the lost barrio
Yes.
of Tucson. We're real proud of Tucson. We have a great downtown area. And then we do every first Thursday art walk for the University of Arizona. That's the first Thursday of every month. And we typically do every second Saturday, which is a big event downtown. Second Saturdays. Yeah, we're down there somewhere. You just go on to oneheartbeatonlive.com and
Street corner.
Yeah, we're out there playing. We're out there
Wherever
playing.
we're needed, really.
Yeah, wherever we're needed. As Clay would say, we were being called again.
Wherever there's a crowd control problem.
We wanted it in the middle.
Duty calls. That's what Clay said. That's what Clay said. Duty calls. Whether we're getting paid or not, we don't care about that, as TK mentioned earlier. So thank you very much for the opportunity for that. Thank you, Ms. Trouble. Take it.
And I do have to say thank you again, because I do know Saturday mornings are definitely not a musician's friend. I say it every week, and you know, it's kind of funny because I'm like a 50-50 shot on the show usually, because I only have my kids every other weekend, you know, and the weekends with the dad, you can tell because I'm usually like nodding off in the corner a little bit sometimes. But this was one of my good nights. I got to sleep early, and I'm really, really glad, because this was definitely one of the coolest vibes we have ever had on the show. I absolutely loved it. And I'm sure I've got like 4 or 5 phone calls from the ones I already posted up there, and they're like, oh my God, they're so great. Where are they playing? And I was like,
We'd like to thank Mr. Chillie Willie Groove for coming by earlier too.
Definitely.
All the way from Phoenix.
yes, he was supposed to hook up with Duke here. So Duke, hi, we love you. We hope you're feeling better. And we do have, I think it was Tony who gave you the new nickname. I don't know. Were you the one who said Huggy Bear first, or was that you? Okay, he's the one. So now, from now on, instead of the Duke and Cat show, it's going to be the Huggy Bear and Cat show, if he wants to keep wearing those platform shoes. Some of us, after a certain age, know maybe we should stick to the lower heels, but he was doing a skit and being a fashion maven, and I think he learned. I told him, you know, anybody over 6 feet tall, seriously, you don't need to do that.
I'd also like to tell Duke that when you got one leg to stand on, make sure your shoelaces are okay.
He should know better than to put on heels and then try to run in them, is the whole thing. He was like, we were experiencing technical difficulties, and I said it wasn't only the hardware that was experiencing it at that point. And he told me, he's like, no, people thought it was part of the show. I came back all limping and everything, and they thought that was part of the show. I was like, well, as long as you played it off, we were good. So Duke and Kat, we love you both, and Duke, we hope you get better soon. And Chillie Willie's going to be seeing him over at the Access Tucson Studios later on, so I'm sure he'll pass on our regards too. Now for the propping of the River's Edge, which is so wonderful to put up with our crap every Saturday morning. Absolutely love this place. Amber is a fine example of the hottest bartenders in town. We absolutely love them. Any day or night you're going to come in here and there's going to be something really nice to look at on the other side of that bar. Yeah, they'll curl your toes. And Friday nights at the River's Edge is the country night, and the next one coming up, December 23rd, is going to be Neil Russell. Tonight, Keeping the Peace is returning to the River's Edge. You definitely want to come out for that. And December 31st, their New Year's Eve party, Armed at Night's going to be playing. You definitely want to come out for that one too. It's going to be a good time. They're having their River's Edge holiday party Wednesday, December 21st, so that'll be coming up. It's an employee and customer appreciation night. You want to come out for that. And the Rock and Roll New Year's Eve party, you know it's going to be a good time if it's here. It's definitely going to be one of the places you want to head up on New Year's Eve. Saturday mornings, that man's bringing out some food. Ken's breakfast, $6, steak and eggs, or pork chop and eggs. That, in addition to the great music we have playing, I mean, seriously, you want to come out for that. And also, every Wednesday night, they have this thing called their Poster Girl Search. So you want to see some hot girls. They've got girls up here competing to be their poster girl every Wednesday night. $50 prize, and then the chance to go on to the finals. Hey, Ken, where are you?
There's a hot girl behind the bar right now.
I already did that. That's like the first thing I say. Check out the hot chicks behind the bars. See, it's not only me saying we got the hottest bartenders, there's everybody else agreeing with this stuff. They have their wet t-shirt contest, speaking of hot girls, December 27th, which is Tuesday. $150 cash for wearing a wet t-shirt. So not only do you win, the crowd wins too. One of those things. And then Thursdays, they have their beer pong tournaments and pole dancing after midnight. So there are so many reasons, including like the hottest girls in town, to come out to the River's Edge. Any night of the week, any day during the week, they've got great drink specials. And of course, Saturday mornings, to hear talent like this, get a great breakfast, it's definitely a great deal. So, People's Imports on Chillie Willie is back. He has returned.
And I brought my fiance.
Oh, he comes back with another beautiful woman. We keep talking about beautiful women, and here he comes.
What happened?
Come on in here. We're talking about all sorts of stuff here. We just got done with everything. So, hold on a second. Let's give him the microphone.
Say hi.
Hi, let me say hi, hello to everybody out there. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. From me, Chillie Willie Groove Tape recording artist. We're happy to be back here with my friends here at the River's Edge. How about that, River's Edge? I like that name. I always like that name. These are all good friends of mine. I just happy to be back here. I was here earlier. I came back this afternoon. I brought Monica, so I brought one more person to fill up the place. Made a little more warm here and here we are. Merry Christmas, Civic Passes, microphone.
Man. Hey.
Oh, para los puertorriqueños que hay allá afuera, pues de Puerto Rico también, hello, a la community. Porque soy puertorriqueño también. You better take this microphone. What? Where did we get these people from? I don't know. Why do I run into them? I don't know. What do they want? I don't know. Here, get this microphone.
Usually it's me. People are looking at going, what the hell is going on? So, I know. Somebody who talks more and faster than me, I'm good with that, because usually they're just looking at me like, she gonna shut up now? So anyways, we are going to get these guys back up on stage to entertain everybody, and maybe we can convince the latecomer, who was also here earlier than us, so, you know, I mean, we've already seen him up there, we know he can do that, so maybe we'll convince him to go back up there, because, I mean, he brings a beautiful woman. So,
that's Monica, by the way.
This is Monica, she's so pretty. Hi. So, anyways. Oh, very cool, very cool. So yeah, here we go. We never know what's going to be happening, so we're going to send them back up on stage. Stay tuned. Thanks.